First song we ever wrote, and the first song we ever wrote and realised that we were going to make history was probably on this album, actually, because we were shit for a very long time.
Yeah, we were, yeah. The first song we ever wrote was a song called Dirty Kitchens, who you will not be able to find it online anymore, but some people... There's bootlegs, yeah. But, yeah, I agree with Mike. First kind of really good songs we wrote, like songs that I kind of knew was... I don't know, I'm happy with the first album, but I think our new record is where we kind of got our shit together, really. Hey, I'm Henry.
And I'm Mike.
And we're from Boston Manor, and you're watching Buzz Artist Spotlight.
I fell by the wayside, I fell in the gutter, lost all of my money, and I lost my lover. I met a stranger who bet double or nothing. I just wanna be someone, I just wanna be something. I'll never say sorry, 'cause I'll never be free. You float like a butterfly, you sting like a bee. You're everywhere I go, you're always watching me. Get the hell out of my head, get the hell out of my head.
Welcome to the Neighbourhood. It came out on September 7th, so about a month and a half ago, via Pure Noise Records, and it's going great. You know, we spent a good year or so writing the record. It's very different from our first album, so we were quite nervous about well, I don't want to say nervous is the wrong word, but we were aware that some people might not be that into it if they really like the first record because it was so different. But the response has been amazing. Can't complain about that, really. It's a lot of fun. We're already kind of writing new stuff, really, and kind of trying stuff out. It's kind of sparked something off in us, and I don't know. It feels like the kind of record we've been trying to make for quite a while, really. I mean, from the listener's perspective, it does seem like quite a sudden jump, but we wrote that first record well over 3 years ago now. So in those 3 years, we have been in the music that we've been listening to, and the stuff we've been writing together and kind of sharing has been a lot more like the second record. Obviously it turned into the second record, but also we kind of realized that we were sort of adapting our existing music live to be a bit more like the second album subconsciously. So I think we'd generally been moving in that direction the whole time without realizing it, maybe. I don't know.
Here we are again, a thick brown belt's on my arm again, a tablespoon full of tar again. I've let go and it never felt so good. I sold out my friends and ruined my life over again. My energy and my money spent. I can see your halo, halo. I can see your halo, 'cause I had it then, I lost it all. Cold sweats in the
Halo, it's about addiction. It's about kind of disenfranchisement. Where we're from, this town in Blackpool, the town Blackpool in the North of England, there's a lot of problems with poverty and addiction and stuff. So drug addiction particularly there is prevalent, and the song it kind of uses the sort of imagery of heroin addiction, but it isn't specifically about that. It's about addiction in its many forms, you know, social media, sex, and anything really, particularly like the problems that young people face with addiction and kind of cyclic traps that we fall into within kind of figuring out this new world that there's a thing now, you know, the internet, all that kind of shit. But yeah, again, it's one of... Sorry, I'm rambling, but it's one of those things where I kind of wanted it to be open-ended, so if you do have any form of addiction, you could kind of relate to that song without it being like, this is about heroin specifically, you know? But yeah, we worked really hard on it. The video, we did work on the videos a lot ourselves. It was directed by a guy called Lewis Cater, very talented director, but we spent, you know, quite a while in the States actually when we were on tour working on the treatment and the concepts for it, and then we shot it in London. And yeah, it was great. really happy with how that video turned out, and it kind of set the tone for the visual aesthetic of the album. We'd never want to be kind of labelled as like a political band or a band that claims to sort of have, you know, the answers. I think, and I think especially in the world we live in today, you've got to like be ready to commit to that if you want to kind of be one of those bands. But you know, we travelled around the world for the best part of 2.5, 3 years now, and we've seen a lot of stuff, and then a lot of stuff has happened back home. So it kind of, you know, you sing about what's happening in your life, and this is, you know, on our doorstep. So I suppose elements of that kind of creep through into the record. But I wrote the lyrics to be as open-ended enough so that you can kind of attribute your own. You can channel your own kind of frustrations into the music. Hopefully, that's what I wanted. So I'm not just jamming down specific examples down your throat, you know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like kind of socially, politically, economically, culturally, everything is all kind of melting into one now. So it's kind of difficult to say anything about anything now without it somehow invariably linking back to one of those topics. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that's completely correct. And also, like, I think a record is really like, I think it's just a punk record at the end of the day. It's angry, it's frustrated, and it's less, like Henry says, like less about like the overall politics, and you know, it's actually more about like people and just like the everyday kind of people that you come across. And I think that's what like punk records are really about, you know, like connecting with people on a more personal level rather than like more of an umbrella thing.
Each of those songs kind of came from like a story or an experience had by a single person, you know, not necessarily me as well, but so they are, like Mike said, kind of just not really meant to be these big broad questions, but more down to kind of individual experiences.
Choose love, choose burning everything that you wanted. Choose hate, choose hypocrites who whisper in your ear. Choose fate, choose a loaded gun inside your pillowcase. Choose sex, choose something just for choosing something safe. Well, maybe you deserve better. You deserve better. 'Cause I'm closer forever. For the stars and the daughters.
We kind of like came up in the DIY scene in the UK, so like we're not only that, but we're like massive control freaks, and we like everything kind of done the way we want it to be done. You know, it's like it's sometimes really hard to find and connect with like that person that really understands where you're coming from or your vision, you know. And I think those people are really few and far between. So like if we can't find anyone to do the video the way we want to do it, we'll kind of do it ourselves. And that's kind of what we did on the Bad Machine video as well. We just like, you know, plus that, you know, we were running out of money, so.
Yeah, we got given a big pot of money to do 2 video. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but to do Halo and Bad Machine, and we kind of spent it all on Halo, and then we were kind of like, ooh. So, but it ended up being a massive blessing in disguise, because yeah, we all, like Mike said, we kind of did it ourselves. Like I directed it. We had a really talented friend of ours DP it. All 5 of us did loads of little odd jobs on it, and it ended up being the funnest creative project. But to be honest, it ended up being the video that I would say that we're most happy with out of.
The best video that we've ever done.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cinematically and like, I guess like all of the, I don't know.
Just the shit going on in it. Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, and I think we'll probably do a bit more of that in future. Like I don't want to say exclusively, but we'll definitely. I don't think we're afraid to tackle a big project like that anymore now that we've done it, and it was so much fun, and it came out pretty good. So yeah, BSTNMNR is our Instagram handle and our Twitter handle, I believe. Otherwise, to be honest, best way to do it is www.bostonmanorband.com. All of our dates are on there. All of our the links to buy the tickets are on there. Our merch is on there. If you want to know anything about our band, just head to that website, bostonmanorband.com, or just Google Boston Manor like a normal person, and it just comes up at the top there. Hi, my name is Henry.
My name is Mike.
We're in Boston Manor, and you've just been buzzed.